Is that a batarang in your pants? You just happened to see me.
Next up is Tim Burton's cult classic, Batman. Personally, this is my all-time favorite Batman. No other Batman film can come close to this one. Christopher Nolan did good jobs, but to me, the 1989 Batman will always be Batman to me. I love this movie. It has a great cast. Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson, and that girl who played Vicky Vale. I don't know, it was a great movie. To me, it's totally... It's just so dark. Early Tim Burton, I think, was a genius. Tim Burton now, not so much. I love it. The Jack Nicholson is just so scary as the Joker. When I was a little kid, I thought I was afraid of clowns because of this movie, and then I actually went to a clown show and realized I'm not afraid of clowns, I'm afraid of Jack Nicholson. It's just great. It keeps your attention. The musical score just tops the film off. To me, the Danny Elfman's score for Batman will always be Batman's theme. It's just flat out wonderful. I could just go on end on how perfect this movie is. Granted, there are some flaws. Two in my opinion. The two flaws are Joker killed Batman's parents. Spoiler alert. It doesn't fit well with Batman canon, but the thing is, it fits in this movie. This movie, it just wouldn't have the right feel without that in it. It's not so much a Batman movie, it's kind of a Batman movie, but a Tim Burton movie at the same time. I think the film is perfectly dynamic, has perfect dynamics. Joker, as I said before, Jack Nicholson just blew me away. I was just so scared of him when I was little. And the whole movie is actually based on black and white silent films. Batman's character is based on a movie called The Bat, which coincidentally is the inspiration for Batman in the first place, which has also been remade into The Bat Whisperers and The Bat starring Vincent Price. Yeah, and Joker is actually, the Joker's like, the way his face has the permanent smile is actually based on a movie called The Man Who Laughs. Which is very good. Tim Burton just embodied the perfect Batman for me. When I watch any other Batman, I think this is good, but my Batman will always be Tim Burton's 1989 classic. I give this film 5 stars, hands down. I don't even have to think about it. 5 stars. Alright, next up is Batman Returns, Tim Burton's second film in the Batman series. This one has a lot of controversy between fans. Some fans love this movie and some fans absolutely despise this movie. I love the movie. I think it's great. As a Batman movie, it's iffy. But as a Tim Burton movie, it's wonderful. I think that this is an okay Batman movie, but it is the best Tim Burton movie ever made. I've seen all Tim Burton's movies, and I gotta say, this one is just, it's his style, it's just done so well. Some people say that this movie is too dark. It's dark, but you know what? The Dark Knight is actually a darker movie, if you think about it. This movie is a bit more playful. It's not as dark as people made it out to be. It's a great movie though. Absolutely superb. The musical score, Danny Elfman did a great job. There's a better musical score in this movie than the first movie. I mean, I wish I had the soundtracks to these two films. The music in this movie is just so great. It makes the movie. The Penguins theme is just, it's great. It just has this dark feeling to it. And then Catwoman has kind of an eerie feeling to it. Like you're not, I love this movie. As I said before, it's not the best Batman movie out there, but it's certainly a great film. And I think it's totally overlooked. The reason why this movie's not really that known is because parents thought it was too dark, and it's got kind of a bad rap. But it's a great movie. The villains are Penguin, Catwoman, and Max Schreck. You might not know this, but Max Schreck is actually, I think, the actor who played Nosferatu. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look that up, but I'm thinking I'm thinking that. You know, it is. Watch, you're gonna look this up and it's gonna be wrong. I think this movie is just well written too. I mean, a lot of people say they don't like the portrayal of they don't like the portrayal of the Penguin. It's not the comic book Penguin, but it's a great Penguin for this movie. Now, if that Penguin was put in a different, like, you know, Joe Schumacher's Batman's, it wouldn't be it would be a horrible Penguin. But in this movie, it is the perfect Penguin. I absolutely love this film. It is actually one of my favorite movies of all time. I give this film 5 stars. Another 5 stars. Not for the same reasons though. The first Batman I give 5 stars because it's the best Batman movie in the world. This movie I give it 5 stars just because it's a great movie. Not so much a great Batman movie, it's just a great movie, and I recommend you see it. So 5 stars. Alright, up next, Batman Forever. A lot of people, when they think of Batman Forever, it kind of gets blended in with Batman and Robin. Sure, Batman Forever was not a great movie, but it wasn't a horrible either. It's kind of in the middle. It's it's what you get when you mix Batman and MTV together. When this movie came out, I loved it. I absolutely loved this movie. I had every single toy. I still have all the Batman toys from this movie in a box somewhere. I don't know where, but I have the Batmobile, the Batwing, the Batboat. I have it all. I also have all the mugs. I loved this movie when I was little. As I've gotten older, I kind of see the faults in it. And, I realize it's not as good as a movie as I thought when I was a little kid. But see, the movie's more geared toward kids than adults. Oh, Jim Carrey plays the Riddler, which I think was a horrible choice. The reason why is Jim Carrey is hilarious in this movie. He is so funny. He has me laughing from beginning to end. But the thing is, Riddler's not a funny villain. Sure, he was funny in the 60s show, but you know, every villain was funny in the 60s show. When I picture Riddler, I think of a more serious character. And when the Riddler is more funny than the Joker, there's something wrong there. Some people say he steals the show. I personally don't think he steals the show because Two-Face has trouble making decisions, and Riddler plays on that. And I think that's the reason why towards the end of the movie, Two-Face doesn't really play a part, but that's because Riddler's pretty much using Two-Face. An interesting thing about Batman Forever was that Tommy Lee Jones played Two-Face, and it's supposed to be a sequel to Tim Burton's Batman. Billy Dee played Harvey Dent in the original Batman, but all of a sudden he's Tommy Lee Jones in Batman Forever. Did he have like a Michael Jackson kind of deal? Turned white all of a sudden? But in all seriousness, I would have actually liked to have seen Billy Dee as Two-Face. I think it would have been very interesting to see a black Two-Face. Just break that race barrier. Actually, when I saw The Dark Knight, I was a little disappointed Two-Face was white. I actually really would like to see a black Two-Face. Does that sound weird? But I do love Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face. He's a great Two-Face. The musical score in this movie is actually great. It's not as great as Danny Elfman's, but it is a superb. I remember that the guy who did the music for this movie said that he based all the music on him playing with dolls. It's a fun movie. It's the perfect Batman movies for studios. It's not the perfect Batman movies for fans. One thing though is the film is very homoerotic. Director Joe Schumacher gets mad when people say that, but the movie it's homoerotic to a degree that's almost unreal. I remember hearing Joe Schumacher say, "Oh, they're just saying that the movie's homoerotic because I'm a homosexual." No, Joe Schumacher, they're saying your movie's homoerotic because it's homoerotic. Come on, the first shot in the movie is a big shot of Batman's butt and crotch. Yeah. Doesn't that, Joe, did that seem wrong to you? Batman's nipples in the Batsuit really wasn't that much of an issue to me. I just thought, it's nipples in the Batsuit. But apparently that caused a big issue with parents. And then Two-Face and Riddler are just touching each other a little too much. And it gets kind of creepy. And Joe, if you're still saying that the movie's not homoerotic, how come there's a big stone crotch in the background of every scene? That's kind of... Yeah, but as I said, the movie's great for kids. Well, maybe not great for kids. There's a certain age limit you have to deal with. It's great for 13-year-olds. It's a fun movie. It keeps their attention. And my overall thought of the film is, it's alright. It's not perfect. It's not great. It's a tolerable film. I don't really recommend it. Check it out if you like. I give Batman Forever 3 stars. I think it deserves 3 stars. Next up is Batman and Robin, also known as the worst movie ever made. This film is a kick in the teeth to any Batman fan. It tries to pick up the campy feel-good feeling of the 60s, but it fails miserably. The movie's plot is pretty much like the old 60s plot. They want to take over the world for no flippin' reason. It's like, it's got this huge budget. But you know what? With this huge budget, they don't light the film properly. They don't choreograph the camera in the right places. The movie feels like a low-budget piece of trash. It looks like something you see on the Sci-Fi Channel. There's a thing when you don't set your lights up properly, it makes the film grain. And the movie is grainy from beginning to end. Not because it's a bad camera, just because they didn't light the sets properly. Don't they have people in charge of it? I mean, this was a huge film, and they couldn't even keep track of that. And the characters are absolutely stupid and miscast. Uma Thurman was a horrible Poison Ivy. Arnold Schwarzenegger was a horrible Mr. Freeze. He would make a better Bane than he would Mr. Freeze. Every single thing he said, I counted. I lost count at like 25. Somewhere around there. Everything he said was a pun on ice. No, seriously, it was puns about ice. They weren't even funny either. It was just painful. I absolutely despise this movie. There's just too many characters. Some of the effects are really good, and some of them are just absolutely just crap. The only thing that makes this movie somewhat redeemable is the fact that it has these villains in it in the first place. And another thing is Joe Schumacher actually apologized for the film. He said he apologized, which gave me a little bit more respect for the man. When I watched this movie as a kid, I just thought he was deliberately just trying to destroy my heroes. Now I see it was more kind of out of his control. But the film is absolutely horrible. It has no watching value whatsoever. Why is Batman and Robin such a bad movie? Well, the answer is no reason. I could rant for hours about how bad this movie is. It's horrible on every level whatsoever. I don't want to spend all night ranting about how bad this movie is. You probably know how bad this movie is. So here's some links at the bottom of the screen. If you look at the bottom of the screen, there are some links to some actually good reviews on this movie alone. I think you should check them out after you're done watching this one, because it just goes into a bit more detail than I'm going right now. I give this film 1 star. I would give it no stars, but I'm a little forgiving. I give it 1 star.